Hello and welcome to my very third YouTube video, and in this video I'm going to create some Townies for my save file, and I was thinking how interesting this is going to be to watch, because it's something very different to watch, for example, a makeover of some pre-existing Townies that you know and that maybe were a part of some let's plays of you before, so that's something very different. So I decided to not make up new Townies from scratch, but to take some sims that I've been playing with before, or that had a huge part in some playthroughs that I had before. So every single one of them has their story and their personality, and I just wanted to introduce you to them. So this first sim that I want to introduce to you is called Laura Harvey, and she is the daughter of two celebrity sims. Her mom is a very famous actress, and she is a rock star. She is very good at playing the guitar, but she also writes her own songs on the piano, and she can sing very well. So she got famous at a very early age, already as a teenager. And that is also the age when she met her later husband. And he was working together with her mom on an acting job, and the two got along very well, but he was also very young. And she thought he might be a little bit of a good influence on her daughter, because her daughter is a rebel and very into like black and leather jackets and rock metal music. So her mother thought this very nice young man could have a good influence on her daughter, and they got the two of them to meet, and they instantly fell in love. But he took her just the way she was and was kind of thrilled by how cool and edgy she was. So her mother didn't get what she wanted, but for Laura that was like the last little push that she needed, and that little positive thing that needed to happen for her career to really take off and for her to become a world famous rock star. Laura's last name wasn't Harvey from the start, and it was actually Min, but at the point in time that they are now during my save file, they aren't teenagers anymore, they are young adults, and they already married, and with all that crazy celebrity life going on, she just wanted a little bit of that traditional life, taking her husband's name, even though her managers and stuff advised her against it because she was famous since she was a teenager. Her name actually is her brand, and but she never cared what anyone told her to do, and she also was a rebel in that sense, and just did what she wanted and what felt right for her. Of course, my save file is meant to be playable if you have only the base game, or only a very few packs. So if you have only the base game, she lives in Oasis Springs, of course you can play with her. She won't be a celebrity because the celebrity system didn't came with the base game, but she will be very, very high up in the entertainer career, in the musician area of that. So you can still pretend that she is this world famous rock star. And I haven't talked about her looks at all yet. She is gorgeous. She has Asian heritage, beautiful eyes, sleek black hair, and she likes to wear a lot of makeup that really pops, like a dark eye makeup and a red lip and obviously, as I already said, likes to wear black, and she already got tattoos to express herself a little bit, and she really likes leather, and that's it for Laura. Her husband didn't come from a famous family, but he always had a very big passion for acting. Even as a kid and as a young teenager, he loved to play theater and was very big into the drama club, and had a lot of fun just playing other characters and really getting into it, and that got some attention. And he got his first role in a little commercial, and he did his job really well, and he worked his way up until he got his first acting job in a TV series, and that is where he met Laura's mother, and the rest is history. But he not only was into theater, he also was into older movies, and like 50s and 60s movies, and he always wanted to be very classy, and he loved wearing suits, even to school sometimes, which really got him like picked on by other kids, but he never let that stop him from following his dreams. So in some sense, he also was a little rebel like his later wife. And now I'm just finishing him off with his warm weather and cold weather look, always trying to find something that looks kind of chic and clean, and that I could imagine him liking. The second household that I want to give a little base game makeover today is going to be Landon Goldberg. He is single, and I know from the way I play, when I start a new game, I create one sim most of the time, and then I get the sim and want to get him or her out there and find some single sims to date, and potentially have a little family with. And so I want to make sure that I have enough good looking and nice single sims in my safe, and Landon is one of them. Landon actually has a little flirt going on with one of the Townies. He has a little flirt going on with Jay Huntington III from the Roomies household, but at this point in time it's just a little flirt. He doesn't take it too serious because Landon was hurt once or twice before, and he doesn't want to rush into relationships anymore and think this is going to be like the big love. He wants to have a little bit more of a chill approach to his future relationships at this point, but maybe the right sim comes along and convinces him of something different. But Jay Huntington definitely has a little bit of a crush on Landon in my save file. He has a cute little picture of the two of them together in his room, and I think Landon likes him too very much, but there's nothing serious going on between the two of them yet. Also, Landon doesn't care if your sim is female or male or trans. He's just in love with humans in general. He's pansexual, so whatever your sim is or wants, I think Landon would be a very good choice for them. The third and final household that I am going to give the little base game treatment today are the Cooper sisters. They are from a game of mine where I had several households and with multiple members, and all of the households were named after specific countries, and the different people in this household were representing different things that I knew about these countries, to make sure that I had a nice and diverse cast of sims basically to choose from. And these two sisters are the daughters of a French mother and an American father. And I start the makeover with Etienne Anaïs, that of course got the more French name, and both of them look almost like their mother exactly. There's not much of the father left, but yeah, maybe the mouth a little bit. But anyways, Etienne Anaïs is a cutie pie. She is always very cheerful and happy and is very outgoing and can make friends very easily. And her traits don't really reflect that, I feel like, but when I played with her, she just was happy all the time and really found a lot of friends easily, so that's how I remember her. Later, I think in the very end of their makeover, I also make Etienne Anaïs a little bit more curvy because I thought it suited her very well, and it really brought this cutie from the inside to the outside. And I think it looked awesome on her, so I'm very glad I made this change, but that doesn't come until later. And now I'm working on her party wear, and I really like this dress. I really think the base game has a lot of very cute dresses. At this point in time, I'm not too sure anymore about how dark I made their eye makeup of both of the sisters, because they already have such big eyes, like unnaturally big eyes, and the dark eye makeup makes them look even bigger, which you normally often want for your Sims, but for these two, I think it would have been better if I would have laid a little bit more low on the eye makeup. For warm weather wear, I always go for a little bit of a lighter, softer makeup, because that's what I personally often feel like in summer, like just a little bit of lip gloss and lighter makeup. But yeah, that's Etienne Anaïs complete. And now on to her sister. Lorette and her father always had a very, very close relationship. Her father was a policeman, and she absolutely loved listening to his stories, and for her all of those were adventures. But when she became a little bit older, she became more ambitious, and she knew she wanted to be a great special agent, and she worked very, very hard for that. She is a little bit of a workaholic, but her work ethic enabled her to get to a very high position in her career very early on, and she's still working very, very hard and always gives her best to be the best special agent she can be. But the problem is that she is very hard on people that don't share her work ethic or who don't have the biggest ambitions, like her sister, who still works as a babysitter because that is the thing that makes her the happiest. But the two sisters still get along very well and love each other and support each other. They just fight sometimes, like a lot of sisters do. I wanted her to have quite short hair and have that pulled back in a little ponytail. And clothing wise, I was at first going for an old soul kind of look, because she is a little bit in love with Gavin Richards from the Roomies household, and he has a lot of this old soul kind of vibe. But then I found an awesome suit for her, and she suddenly reminded me a lot of Lisbon from The Mentalist. I don't know if you know it, but the suit fit her and her personality and her story perfectly, so I knew that was what I was going with. For her party wear, I thought the dark red lipstick looked very good on her, and so I kept it. And clothing wise, I wanted to make her still look like the awesome businesswoman that she is. For her swimwear, I didn't want it to change too much. I wanted to keep it simple and black. And then for the two sisters, I remembered that for the warm weather and cold weather looks, I could use seasons too, so I gladly did that. I really like the warm weather wear that she spawned with, so I kept a lot of that and didn't change too much, even though that's the look that probably isn't the most business savvy, but yeah, I liked it so much that I really wanted to keep it. And for her cold weather wear, I wanted to include the black and the dark red again, because I think those are two colors that very suit her. I really hope you liked and enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun sharing my Sims and their stories with you, and the next time I'm going to make one of these videos and introduce more Townies to my safer. I'm going to make sure they are more diverse, but for now I hope I'll see you again.